The live commentary may not reflect this rating. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it's Clona Comics 9999. Welcome to the final episode of Metroid 2: Return of Samus. In the last episode, we found a lone Alpha Metroid and were surprised by the Omega Metroid, and we fought count them, three Omega Metroids after that one. Now, we're in the last area. Just so you know, you're gonna have a rough time getting out of here because you can't really space jump that easily in here. You cannot use your spider ball in here for some reason. What you could do, can't even get up there. Why did they bother doing this? Tell me. What you could do is, oh, actually. Oh, you can just barely space jump out of that. Seriously, what was the point of that? You can't use your spider ball, you can't use your base jump very easily. Okay. Now, there are three paths on the ceiling you can go through. And I'm going to go through the one on the right first. Pearl is here hanging out with me. She caught the fleas again, so we had to keep her outside for a while. And now we're not letting her back outside anymore, so she doesn't catch them again. It's sad. There's oh, great, there's nothing here. There's another one over here. Thank goodness we have these things up here, but I would have preferred regular platforms. Check it out, we have an energy station and a missile station, and I bet you blind players just breathe a sigh of relief. Sorry. And there's another path up here. Just letting you know. Going up... No. Just letting you know, you're gonna want to go up here, because what is up here is extremely important. It is extremely important. You go up here, and you barely don't make it up, because apparently the momentum of your jump still applies. What the heck? You have a destroyed Chozo statue here, and in its hand, okay, apparently one of its hands broke off. Apparently it holds them in two hands, not one hand, like I initially thought. You break open this bubble here. What is it carrying? The Ice Beam. Just letting you know, guys. They put that there for a reason. And if you played the first game, you probably know what's coming. You pause the game here, says the left has no number to it. Which is odd, because, I mean, there's only one Metroid left, it should only say 1. Alright. Now, the one on the left, where the final stretch is. Check it out, we are now in the Metroid nest. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. The last Metroid is in here. We have... And in here we have to... We have to spider ball up. Or just spring ball. I think there's an egg up there. Nine? Well, what we're gonna want to do is have your ice beam ready. And over here we have a mature Metroid, the Metroid that sucks the life out of its enemies. Replenish your own. What you want to do is you want to freeze it with your ice beam, and hit it with 5 missiles. Yep. Though we have a sudden Metroid spike, and there are mature Metroids in here. And I think there's another one coming up. Okay, no. Well, how do they attack? How they attack is they latch on you and steadily drain your life. If you are screw attacking, they cannot damage you, something that you could not do in the first game. What you're supposed to do is lay down a bomb to get them off, and while it does work a lot better in the first game than in the first game, they latch back on you really fast, so even then I don't find it, before you can hit them with the Ice Beam again, so even then I don't find it especially as helpful. The bombs need to start working. Or at least, I mean, they work, but they latch on you so freaking fast that it's not even relevant. Okay. Actually, I don't know, sorry, I don't know why I said it's not relevant there, but it is very relevant. So, just freeze it. Just hit it with 5 missiles. Unfortunately, they will not drop anything. Just letting you know they will not drop either energy or missiles. So just have your Ice Beam ready when you go into a room, and they can chase you a lot better than they could in the first game. So so if you're having trouble hitting them because they keep running away from you, don't worry. Okay, I think there's another one coming up. Yep. Letting you know if you let them unfreeze, I think that will reset their health. So you'll have to hit them with the full 5. You have to hit them with the full 5 missiles while they're frozen. Otherwise, it won't really work too well. Alright, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let this one come closer. Not that close! Okay. I'm gonna mix that cat sound again. Metroid nest music is pretty creepy. Alright, have one right here. Thank goodness it's falling down there so it doesn't surprise you. Now we have down here is probably going to be one more. There we go. And there we go. Only one left to get. And we can hear it. Now, what I'm actually not going to fight it right away. You want to space jump across this. What I'm actually going to do is, I'm going to get in my Morph Ball. And here's the final boss right here, but I'm actually going to go down this path right here. That path is a one-way path that will actually take you down to where the Ice Beam was. Now, on a normal playthrough, I wouldn't do this because, you know, I think you can fight the final boss pretty good, pretty fine, as long as you didn't take too much damage against the Metroids or use too many missiles. But yeah, that's one of. But yeah, just like in the first game, missiles. The missile tanks are going to be extremely important. Make sure you get as many missiles as you possibly can, because you're going to be using a lot of them. Trust me. All right. Now, we're going to head back, and we're just going to go through the same path. Once again, if you have enough health and missiles, you don't really need to do that, so. But I just wanted to show that that path was there, just in case you need it. Still a little worried about that egg up there, though. Hope it's, well, probably has another Metroid inside it, so it might be an idea if we crack that egg too. Because we're here to eradicate the Metroid species, probably includes the eggs as well. It's really sad, but the Metroids are a huge danger to galactic civilization. So much so that it might be in our best interest to just get rid of them. They've caused so many problems in the past already. We've seen so many different types, and they get more dangerous as they get more dangerous they get even more dangerous with everyone we see. It's probably for the best if we just extinct them. It's harsh, it's sad, but it's just the way things have to be. And now, Okay, well, I decided to re-record the final boss because the capture froze right when we defeated it. I really wish this thing would stop having encoding errors. And okay, so hop down here. Here is the final boss, the Metroid Queen. Just fire missiles at it. Unload your missiles. You are going to be pressing B a lot in this fight. If you can shoot him when its mouth is open, when it's about to bite you, you can stun it, and you can just spam the B button. Take what you learned from Sayonella, spam it like you're playing a Mario Party minigame. Say it like you're playing, spam it like you're playing Mario Party 5 for that matter, because a lot of minigames in Mario Party 5 have to do with button mashing. So you don't necessarily have to get it when its mouth is open like you would in most creatures, you just gotta hit it at all. Now, you might notice that I'm taking a lot of damage and also using a lot of missiles. Don't worry about how much damage or E-tag or how many missiles you use, because you should have plenty. Because if you've been following what I've been doing, you should have plenty of missiles and plenty of... Okay, I was getting hurt by it even though it was stunned. You should have plenty of missiles and plenty of energy to do this fight. And now... we should be almost... oh wow, I've never been this low on health during this boss fight. And there we go! The Metroid Queen has been taken down and our health is inexplicably being restored somehow. Now, the Metroid Queen doesn't necessarily refer to like the queen of the Metroid species. It's actually its 7th and final Metroid stage. Presumably the one that gives birth to the Metroid species. Presumably the one that laid this egg over here. To which we should probably... What? Are you kidding me? We have this little larva here. This little baby Metroid, it's not attacking us, it's just following us like a confused child. Maybe it thinks that we're its mother. Well, so we didn't kill it. So I guess we gotta make sure it grows. Eat up, little one, eat those little diamonds. And it'd be a nice idea if you did, because, these little diamonds cannot be destroyed with any weapon we have. So if we didn't have this Metroid, this game would have just been uncompletable anyway. Unless we found some other way around. It's so cute. Like, this is the comic relief of the Metroid series, and I love it so much. You know, as much as I like this little Metroid, we probably can't keep it. I mean, it'd probably be a bad idea if we keep it anyway. But you know, the Metroid's energy-producing qualities might be good for the good of galactic civilization. This little Metroid can help us. This little Metroid can do good. If you spaceship up here, by the way, you're gonna get this atmosphere that's gonna damage you really fast, by the way, so if you want to space jump out of the atmosphere, you can't. But man, just think of what this Metroid can do. Because we have to keep it in secure containment, though, if it's out and it grows too big, then it will probably cause problems for the researchers. And because the space pirates are defeated, Mother Brain, Ridley, Kraid, because they're all defeated, and now we've defeated them on ZBs, this Metroid is completely safe. There's no worry about it causing any problems. So, what I say, we get in our ship and deliver it to the research station. And that is Metroid 2, Return of Samus. One of my favorite games in the Metroid series, mostly because of what it does for the story. Producer Gunpei Yokoi, excuse me, I don't know why I said yokai, that's a different thing. And I gotta say, I really like Metroid 2 a lot better than Metroid 1, not only because it introduced a lot of core elements for the series going forward, but I just love what it does for the story. But we were here to eradicate the Metroid species for the good of civilization, but then we stumble upon this larva, the one in its first stage of life. And looks like this larva is going to be used for even better results for galactic civilization. So I guess the Metroids didn't go extinct after all. I know, man. You just can't listen to this credits theme without looking at the animation of Samus running toward us like that. Definitely one of the best shots in this whole game. Hitoshi Yamagami. I love Japanese names so much. But this was definitely around the time where credits were starting to get a lot more names in them. Presented by Nintendo. And our time is 3 hours and 2 minutes. And if you beat the game in 7 hours, in more than 7 hours, Samus will just stand and not run. If you beat it between 5 and 7 hours, she will just keep running. If you took between 3 and 5 hours, Samus will stand still. And if you take less than 3 hours, Samus will... And you, of course, will get to see Samus without her armor on. Which means I was 2 minutes short of getting the best ending. You know what? I bet I can... You know what? I bet I can get the best ending. I bet I could get the best ending. So you know what? I'm gonna go back and try to get it. Oh yeah, and I think if you press start... oh no, this is one of those games that freezes at the credits. So you gotta hit A, B, start, select. Alright. And actually, I'm right here, right above the Metroid Queen's chamber, to show that you cannot go back up when you've already came in here. But I'm also here to show that there's actually an alternate way to fight the Queen, so I learned from a viewer. So what you do... okay. What you do is, first off, avoid its first few tags. And then, stun it when its mouth is open, morph into a ball and go into its mouth. Then you can lay bombs. And there you go, that'll damage it in the inside. But that's not all. You can go in further into its stomach, apparently this is its stomach, and lay down bombs. And that'll damage it a lot. And you can actually take down the Queen the Metroid Queen pretty quickly if you just do that. Yeah, I think like 5 cycles of this, the Queen will perish pretty fast. So apparently that thing on this glass bulbous thing on Metroid, that's actually its stomach. Pretty creepy. Oh, okay. So when you press left on the D-pad, that basically causes it to swallow you, which is pretty creepy. Even then, you still take a lot of damage during this, so in theory, you could actually beat this whole game without getting any missile tanks, because you stun the Queen, and then you can go into its stomach, and there you go! That's a lot easier than just using all the missiles on it. Okay, so there's that. Darn it, I can never land perfectly inside. there she is, looking even better than she did in the first game. Wow, bad time for a voice crack. So, I've never actually beaten the game fast enough to where I'd actually be able to see Samus without her power suing. Like, that's... And I was thinking maybe we do a second playthrough where we try to beat the game faster and see it, but apparently you don't have to beat the game that fast to be able to see this. I mean, in Metroid 1, it's like under 1 hour, and like, who can do that? Probably a lot of people. Yeah, there is Samus. And that is the end of the Let's Play of Metroid 2, Return of Samus. Thank each and every one of you so much for watching. I love this game. I like this game a lot better than Metroid 1. This is Clona Comics 9999, signing off. Before I go, though, I just want to say, I really hope that Samus's hesitance to not kill the larva Metroid does not become a problem in the near future. I don't see why it would, but let's just keep our eyes open, just in case.